Okay, we are getting ready. I will link all these together. We're going to be making homemade tamales. So we've got our black beans, which we made the other night, and I believe there's a video posted for that. We have our machaca beef, which there was a video for that as well. So now we're getting it all, good and ready to go. In addition, because we're not going to be using, we're not going to be grounding corn ourselves. So this is the masa that we use to make the tamales. We'll go through that. So yeah, and then corn husks. That's why we're finally able to do this. And so I'll kind of walk everybody through what we're going to do. So we're going to be making some machaca tamales. We are going to be making some black bean and cilantro tamales. And we are going to be making some green chili and cream cheese tamales. So we've got some cilantro, some corn husks, some cheese for the black bean ones, cream cheese, whole green chilies, our tamal, so that we can make our masa, so that we can make the tamale mixture. And then our stuff here, and then our kettle here, which this is not a traditional tamale kettle. It's just a steamer, so I'll show you how we do that. And we will be back just shortly. Peace. Okay, one thing that you have to do for the tamales, we're using corn husks. You could also, if you're so lucky to have pineapple leaves, or not pineapple leaves, banana leaves, you can use those. So what you're going to do first, because these have to soak for about 20 minutes or so until they're pliable, hot water, and just put them in the hot water. I might have picked the wrong bowl.
I think so.
So, okay, so we'll be able to do those.
You want to use this?
Yeah, let's do that. You just want them to soak in hot water so that they're pliable. So when you start putting all the tasty stuff in. Yep. They're trying to float. I actually caught one. It's at its moment, but it must have got kicked back. I haven't had to use it for a while, but I do keep a big rock under here. So if you're trying to defrost something. Okay. So that's what we're going to do there. And then once we're ready with everything else and we're ready to go, we'll get started. So soak the tamales, the corn husks for 20, 25 minutes, something like that, in hot water until they're pliable. You would think I know how to use my phone by now. I just took like 3 pictures of myself thinking I was starting it. Okay, so real quick recap. We've got our corn husks are soaking in hot water. They should be done any minute now. So now what we'll do is we're gonna make our tamale mixture. Like I said, we cheat. This is the brand that we use, the Tamal brand, because
He's not going to grind it.
I'm not grinding 10 pounds of corn. Okay, so what we're gonna do is 2 cups of the masa. And that's what I'm gonna start with. I have a feeling that we'll have to make more because we've got a lot of stuff that we're making going on here. Okay, so 2 cups of masa and a teaspoon of baking powder, a teaspoon of salt, okay, that should be it for there. So then let's mix this up. Okay. And then we're going to put in, what are we going to put in? 1 1/3 cups. In this case, we're using vegetable broth, but you could use chicken broth. That would make it tasty, but we're using vegetable broth. Or you could just use water if you don't have any broth. So we'll do 1 1/3 cups. And hopefully I let this broth sit here long enough so it don't burn my hands when I stick it in. So then, with your hands, just start kneading this all together. Where'd Kennedy go?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, we're gonna need way more than this. I should have doubled this recipe. Will you grab the shortening? It's right here. Right there.
Oh.
And just put in a bowl over there, just put 2/3 of a cup in. Because we'll whip that in.
Butter?
No, it's
Oh,
shortening.
it's shortening.
Yeah.
Looks like butter. Where's your measuring cups?
They're right here. So 2/3 cup. I think it's the yellow one is 1/3. Okay, so now you're just forming a nice ball. As with all dough, the more you play with it, the tougher it gets. So don't go crazy with it. Just form a ball with your hands. And then we're going to take 2/3 cup shortening and whip it up so it's all fluffy. Fluffy! And then we will stir it into this right here. Let's see. Is it? Okay, I guess I'll use this. What's the best? A whisk or?
What do you use?
Jeez. The dangers of being in the kitchen. Like just a whisk for this or a fork? I just have to lighten it.
Probably a fork.
Okay, and then you're shortening. Just whisk it up so that it's light and fluffy. Because then all we're going to do is we're going to fold it into our mixture here. And then we will get going. Okay. Let's go ahead and put this in here. Take care of that, and here's my spoon. Okay, so again, go ahead and mix it all in. Okay, so just like making bread, we are now good to go. Everything's mixed in. The tamale mixture is ready. So now we'll move everything over and we'll start the process of putting some of them together so you can see that. And then we'll get the oven ready so that we can steam them, and we will go from there. We'll be back in a minute. Got going on so you can see everything. So right here we've got all of our corn husks. We already stripped them down so that when you tie the corn husks together, we've got our tamale mixture. We've got muchacha beef that we're going to use with some fresco cheese, and then we've got green chilies that we're going to do with some cream cheese. And then we have over here some black beans that we're going to do with some queso cheese and cilantro. So this will be delicious. And then over here, which I'll get it going right now. Well, yeah, it's already here. I'll come back to that. Let me get okay, one thing that we need to get going now so that when they're ready is this is not a traditional tamale steamer. It's just a good old-fashioned steamer. We put a glass bowl upside down so that when I'll show you when we do it, so that the tamales rest on the inside. Enough water in there. Go ahead and toss 3 pennies in. That will help once it starts steaming. As the tamales are steaming, it will take about an hour or so for them to steam. So it's nice because once you hear the pennies not flicking around anymore, that means you need to add water. So I'm going to go ahead and get this going now so that our first ones will be ready to go. So we'll put that on high and we'll go from there. Okay, so here's what we're going to do wherever you're at. I'm going to make a machaca one to start with, and I forgot everything. I was just giving you. In order to go there, I was literally going to drive by Publix. I didn't want to drive out of my way. No, I didn't. I will though. Okay, so what we're going to do is just take about 1/4 cup somewhere in that area.
Those are yours.
I don't have one of those cool utensils for spreading all this out. So you're going to take this, and then I'm going to take some of the machaca. I'm going to put that in here. And then I'm going to take some of the fresco for this one. I'm just going to sprinkle some of that on there. And then all you're going to do is you just take the corn husk, wrap it up really nice. And then you're going to take and fold the bottom up. Take one of the strips that we already did. And you're going to take that and you're going to tie it right here to help hold that together. So basically what I love about tamales is that tamales are like the original Hot Pocket. They're super awesome because you can freeze them and they store really well frozen. You can, once you cook them and eat them, you just grab them, you go, you don't need a plate, you don't need anything. It's literally that simple. Now, as we've said, okay, these will be the beef machaca, and then we'll do, you want to do the black bean?
Yeah.
Okay.
So how do we do it again?
Okay.
It's been a while.
Okay, so turn it this way.
Okay.
So you just take the tamale mixture,
Okay.
you put that in here, and you just kind of spread it around. Which this is, I didn't make this tamale mixture as wet because at Christmas time when we made them, it took hours and hours to steam these things because they were so wet. So I made this tamale mixture a little bit dry. We need a spoon for that. Okay, so the black bean ones, same thing. We'll do the tamale mixture. Spoon? So which one did you make?
I'm making chilies.
The green chilies? Okay, cool. You know what? We should put them on different plates so that we know what's what.
No.
Is that yours? Or is that for?
That's for this end.
Okay, cool. All right, here's another plate so we can have different.
And so this.
Okay, so yeah, here, do it over here so they can see. Don't make it too wet.
There's
Okay,
my
so then
green
we'll
chili.
take the black bean mixture, put that in, take some fresh cilantro,
Oh, they
sprinkle.
can't barely see you.
Oh, here, you hold it for a second. So put the tamale in, put the black bean mixture in, sprinkle some fresh cilantro, and then here we will sprinkle some Queijo cheese. This is the melting cheese, so it'll melt in there and be all nice and delicious. Okay, then we take it, wrap it up like this, fold the end up. Usually if you leave a little more room than I just did, you'll be able to fold it a little easier. I didn't leave enough room. And then take this, tie a beautiful little knot.
Do you do a double knot, sort of?
Yeah, because if you don't do a double knot, it won't stay.
Then you can show what I'm doing too.
Okay.
And then I'm making the green chili and cream cheese ones. So you've got the masa, and then put some strips of green chili on there, like that. And then take some cream cheese and put over the top. And spread it around. And this is gonna be a fat one. And then again, you roll it up like this. Well, if I can get it, because I made it pretty fat. And bring the bottom up, and then we'll tie it.
Perfect.
Okay?
I want to see if we can do this, Kennedy. Are these? Well, I don't think that will work. Okay. We will figure out how we're going to do this. So that's the 3 ones that we're making. That's how you do it. I will be back once we have enough, so you can see us tossing them into the steamer, and then we'll go from there. None of this stuff is difficult. It's just that it all takes time. I had to make the beef machaca, and that took, 1 day of getting it all prepared. I had to make the black bean mixture. That took a day of getting it prepared. And then all the rest is just the assembly. And as you can see, there's 3 of us here. There should be at least 2 more people so that we're not folding tamales all night long. So anyway, okay, here, we'll watch Kennedy really quick do hers. Do you want me to put just a little bit more fluid in the mixture?
Yeah, just
Okay.
a little bit.
Okay. Here you go, Kennedy. You can.
Yeah, don't get it too wet, but a little bit. Okay. Yeah, I'll let you mix it up.
A little here, a little broth left over. I can.
Smooth, yeah.
This one. Make it a little easier to.
A little smoother.
Can you move that, please? Okay, that should be better. It's not quite as dry. Ooh, that looks tasty. If they're smaller corn husks, you can just take 2 of them like this so that you're not having a little tiny one. So you can do it that way. It's all the same. Did you get it? Nice.
Are these some?
Which ones are those? That's the black bean? Yep, these ones are black bean right there. These ones are
Green chili.
and those ones are the machaca beef. Should get this since I'm working on these right here. Get this over here. So yeah, these are basically for Poppy and Levi.
I do it when I do it. Do I do it like that?
Uh-huh. If it's a small one, you can use 2 husks together. If the husk is like a smaller one, you can use 2 together. That's perfectly acceptable. If not, it's like you're able to put so little stuff in it. Come on, fat fingers.
I know. They need to be a little longer.
I know.
All right. So Why did it take you all night to make them? Because we couldn't get the ties to work.
No doubt.
Ah.
Okay, we're gonna stop it. So here's what we've got going on. I'll show you these over here because we're now actually starting to get a good collection of tamales. We've got our green chili, we've got our machaca, and we've got our black bean. So we're starting to get enough that we can start dropping in the steamer now. So what we're gonna do, we've got it steaming. Water's going good. As I told you, there's a glass bowl in there. Okay, so what we're going to do is you're going to take the open side and leave it up so that the mixture doesn't come out while it's steaming. Okay? We'll turn this down just a little bit. So we've got these here. And then on this side, we've got our black bean. Kennedy, fill those a little bit more, bug. Oh no, they're going to be they're going to taste awesome. Just so you have a little bit more to them. More of the masa, the mixture. Okay, so we're just going to set these in here like this. Okay, let me get a couple more. See, that's just so instead of, no, I know, but instead of using the little ones, double them on the corn husk. Just take two of them and kind of overlap. But that's a cute little baby one. Okay, so we're going to get these in here. We got the rest of our machaca, beef machaca, sitting in
How long
here.
is that? How long
We're going to do that.
how
Let me
long
grab
is
a,
steam?
they steam for about an hour. Yeah. Okay. So, let me throw some of the green chili in there. See, feel the way. Oh. I was just saying so that they're more substantive. Okay, and now we've got a couple more that we'll just put in and fill in around here with our green chili and cream cheese.
No.
I think we can get one more in here. Okay, that's it. Put the lid on. The pennies that are in there will help you know if you need to add some more water. See you in an hour. Okay, so these have been steaming for an hour now. So I've got a tray right here that I'm going to put them on as I take them out, and then we will get it loaded back up again. They're hot. I'm a sissy. And I will burn myself. Okay, now the fun part is making sure I separate out the machaca and because I put all three types in here so that they could be cooking together. So everybody could have one the first go around. So just take them out, set them aside, let them set up for 5-10 minutes. And then we will get it going again. You can hear probably the coin. So you can hear how much water's in there while you're steaming it, so you don't have to keep checking it all the time. Okay, I think those are little baby black bean ones. And I can't see what I'm doing because my glasses are steaming up. And I don't know which ones those are. I don't know. Oh, yummy. So it looks like from our count, I think about 60 or 70. Is that close?
Yeah, that's about what we did last time.
I wish there was a smell thingy on the phone because I smell super good.
I know. Can you smell those tasty, delicious morsels? Okay. Some black bean ones. And here. Okay, so while this is open, while we're in here, I'm going to go ahead and put a little more water in, just to make sure we're good for the next batch. Going good there.
Can I show him what Mom and what we've all done? The other tamales?
Yeah, there's more over there. You can totally do that.
They were asking a question about
Mom,
the schedule.
some more baby tamales?
Nice. Woohoo!
Woohoo!
Do you want me to end it? Dad.
Go ahead and grab a little plate.
Yeah? Can I have
Oh, she's been dying to have one. Okay, so let's see.
I've
We've
been
got,
waiting since like Christmas time.
since Christmas time, that's green chili. Okay, so go ahead and set this here. Okay, you want to unwrap it while you're burning your fingers? I don't know if they can see it.
I can't.
Okay, so here's her black bean and cilantro with Queijo cheese. You can just slide it off the end.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, look at that delectable goodness. All right, that's beautiful.
Take a fork.
Take a fork. Oh,
Hey!
good. What? I didn't touch it.
Oh, I thought you ate some.
Does it look like I ate anything?
Oh, you said so I thought you. Oh, hot.
Well, yeah, it's hot. It just came out of the steamer. Good? Oh, yeah. All right, well, hopefully you enjoy making tamales. It's well worth the effort. Peace.